You drew the lines. You stacked the bricks. You bolted the doors. Then you called it fate. You called it personality. You called it how you are. Those limits didn't fall from the sky. You built them with habits, with language, with choices repeated until they hardened into walls. Good. If you built them, you can break them. If your hands constructed the cage, your hands can tear the bars apart. Today is demolition day. Today, you stop treating limits like laws and treat them like what they are, projects you never finished. You let scaffolding up and decided the building was permanent. It isn't. Pick up the hammer. Your limits are not mystical. They are the sum of thresholds you refuse to challenge, a pace you never push past, a weight you never attempt, a conversation you never start, a skill you never practice beyond the comfortable set, a schedule you keep soft because it forgives your moods. You think it's kindness. It's containment. Your brain loves containment because containment lowers the need for energy. But you are not a battery to preserve. You are an engine to deploy. Engines run hot. Engines take load. Engines get rebuilt stronger through use, not stored in the garage so the paint stays pretty. The vehicle was made to move. Part-time is over. You use stories to justify the walls. I'm not a morning person. I'm bad with money. I can't focus. I'm not built for running. I don't have the discipline. These are not identities. These are scripts. Scripts can be rewritten. But you won't rewrite by thinking positive thoughts while doing the same weak behaviors. You rewrite by confrontation. Put the story under stress. If the story survives stress, it earned a seat. If it collapses under 1 week of disciplined action, it was a lie. Do the test. Not next month, now. For 7 days, week at the same hour. Hit 1 hard physical session. Execute your top 2 leverage tasks before noon and eliminate the app that drains you. Run the experiment. Watch your old story crack. Breaking limits starts with precision. Aim at a specific wall. Vague rebellion fails because vague cannot be measured. Name the line you never cross. A weight on the bar. A pace on the road. A sales call number. A daily word count. A financial buffer. A maximum screen time. A minimum sleep duration. Then install the assault plan. You will meet the line daily until it breaks. Not once, not when you feel like it, not when the stars align. Daily. Attack small and relentless. You are not putting on a show. You are running a siege. Understand the structure of a limit. There is a trigger event that makes you hesitate. There is a mental script that starts to whisper. There is a bypass habit you run to avoid discomfort. Identify all 3. If the trigger is the first sharp breath during a run, then the script is I'm not a runner, and the bypass habit is checking your phone. Good. Replace the script with a command. Stay. Replace the bypass habit with an action. 3 steady breaths. Eyes forward. Stride holds. Record the rep. You stayed. Do it again tomorrow. The wall thins every time you refuse the bypass. Your environment is reinforcing your limits. The chair that invites slouching. The snacks that invite mindless eating. The phone that invites endless grazing on other people's lives. The workspace that makes deep work impossible. The people who excuse every softness because they want company in their own softness. Fix the environment. Rearrange the room so the tools you need are within reach and the traps are out of sight. Put your phone in another room during production blocks. Remove the apps that hijack your attention. Set the desk with the single task you must do. Stack your gym clothes where your feet land in the morning. Place a water bottle on the nightstand. Make doing the right thing mindless. Make doing the wrong thing inconvenient. Limits multiply in isolation when there's no measurement. Track everything that matters. Not for decoration, for accountability. If you don't measure, you will lie to yourself about effort and progress. Track sleep hours. Track training sessions. Track sets and reps and time under tension. Track miles, paces, and heart rate. Track work blocks and tasks completed. Track revenue and expense ratios. Track conversations initiated, deals closed, drafts published. Track the exact thing that matters to the exact limit you are breaking. Numbers are pressure. Let them press on you until you produce. You have a pain threshold, not a pain identity. That threshold moves with exposure. The first time you introduce clean stress, your nervous system protests like a spoiled child. It screams. It negotiates. It promises to change tomorrow if you stop now. You have trained it to think screaming works. Retrain it. Hear the scream and continue with controlled form. You are not punishing yourself. You are teaching your system that discomfort is not danger. You stay calm. You breathe through it. You execute with technique while the volume is high. The threshold moves. You now own more space. Limits disguise themselves as kindness. Be gentle with yourself. Translation: accept the current ceiling forever. Reject fake kindness that keeps you weak. Choose real kindness. Build a future self who will thank you, not resent you. Real kindness is discipline applied early enough that you avoid the crisis later. Real kindness is training your body so your joints still work at 70. Real kindness is building savings so panic doesn't destroy your decisions. Real kindness is honest talk with the people you love so resentment doesn't rot the team. Break the limit now so your future doesn't break under it. You will meet resistance from people who benefit from your limits. They will call you obsessed. They will call you different. Good. You are different. You are the one who broke the family narrative. You are the one who refused the group's bedtime story that said, "This is just how we are." You are the one who decided that your name will not be a synonym for average. Expect pushback. Expect tests. A new standard exposes other people's excuses. They will try to recruit you back to comfort so they don't have to face their mirror. Smile. Decline. Repeat your reps. The body is honest. Use it to teach the mind. Load a barbell with a number that scares you, but is within reach with correct form. Stand under it. Breathe. Brace. Drive. Feel the weight refusing to move until it does. That moment contains the entire philosophy of breaking limits. Pressure. Form. Patience. Aggression. Finish. Your mind learns from the bar. You take that lesson to your work. Hard call. Breathe. State the point with clarity. Ask for the outcome. Sit in the silence. Finish. You take it to your finances. Budget. Cut the leaks. Increase output. Reinvest. Hold the line. Finish. You take it to your relationships. Truth. Boundaries. Consistency. Repair. Finish. Your language is either a hammer or a sedative. Stop sedating yourself with soft constructions. Replace "I'll try" with "I will." Replace "I hope" with "I plan and execute." Replace "I can't" with "I'm learning how." Replace "I'm busy" with "I'm unfocused" when it is true. And then fix the focus. Speak clean, hard sentences that pin responsibility where it belongs. on your behavior. Your brain believes your voice. Train it to hear commands, not excuses. Build a protocol for breaking limits. Start with a pre-commit schedule. Decide tomorrow, tonight. Lay out clothes, tools, food, and a first task that is too obvious to ignore. Wake up. Feet to floor. Drink water. 1 page of focus notes on the single objective that matters. 10 minutes of movement to raise the heart rate and charge the system. Then the deep block. 90 minutes of work on the highest leverage target. With phone out of the room, door closed, notifications off. After a short recovery walk. Then another block. Stack 3 of these in a day, and you will experience what you once thought was not possible for you. The limit dissolves under ritual. Practice microaggressions against comfort. Set a timer for 60 seconds and hold a plank longer than your mind wants. Take the stairs when the elevator waits open. End your shower with cold water for 30 seconds. Read 1 page when you want to scroll. Add 1 more sales message after the time you are supposed to stop. Push 1 extra rep with perfect form when the set is done. These tiny violations of the old limit rewrite your reflexes. The new reflex becomes stay in the discomfort 1 more beat. That beat is where growth lives. Aim for technical excellence, not macho chaos. Breaking limits is not flailing your way into injury or burnout. It is controlled overload. You raise the demand slightly above your current capacity, maintain form, recover with purpose, and return. The return is what breaks walls. Anyone can have a heroic day. Professionals stack unremarkable, strict, repeatable days until the ceiling quietly lifts. Oring to others, transformative to you. Your schedule's a weapon. Right now, it is dull. Sharpen it. Block your day into 3 categories. Build body, build work, build relationships. Assign non-negotiable blocks to each. Protect them. Anything that tries to invade must pay a high cost. Social scroll pays with being exiled outside production hours. Random favors pay with trading for time later. Meetings pay by ending early. You're getting deleted if they have no agenda. Your default answer to noise becomes no. Your yes becomes a contract. Protecting your schedule is not selfish. It is how you produce the value that lets you help anyone. Sleep like an athlete. Eating chaos, sleep chaos, and work chaos guarantee you mistake intensity for progress. You are not breaking limits when you're half asleep, stumbling through tasks. You are just damaging your system. Respect the recovery that turns effort into improvement. 8 predictable hours. Dark room. No screens before bed. A pre-sleep routine that signals the system to shut down. Morning light exposure. Consistent wake time. This is not wellness fluff. This is performance hygiene. You cannot break limits with a fog brain. Your identity is the ultimate limit. If you secretly believe you are the type who quits when it hurts, you will find a way to make that belief true. Replace identity with evidence. Evidence is simple. Completed reps under pressure. Completed work blocks when bored. Completed promises when nobody watched. Write them down. Look at them. You're teaching yourself who you are by what you repeat. After enough repetitions, the most natural sentence in your mouth will be, I finish. From that identity, breaking limits becomes routine. Delete the fantasy that motivation will carry you. Motivation is sugar. It spikes, it crashes. Standards carry you. Standards don't care how you feel. Install 3 daily non-negotiables and defend them like your name depends on them. Because it does. When people talk about you when you're not there, they will describe your standards. She's the one who always shows up. He's the one who hits deadlines. They're the ones you can trust. That reputation is a lever. It opens rooms your excuses could never enter. Break cognitive limits by tightening your attention window. Focus is a muscle. Start with 20 minutes of deep work without switching. Then 30. Then 45. Use a simple timer. When your mind tries to run, bring it back without drama. No self-hate. Just return. You're training yourself to hold stillness in the storm. That stillness during hard effort is a superpower. Most people cannot hold it for 5 minutes. Hold it for an hour and watch what happens to your output. Break physical limits by respecting progression. Choose a program. Stick to it long enough to adapt. You are not special. The rules of overload and recovery apply to you. Increase by small percentages. Track form like it is a contract. Eat to support work, not feelings. Hydrate like your joints matter, because they do. Stretch and build mobility so you can keep loading the bar in 10 years. Longevity is the flex. Anyone can overreach for 2 weeks. Break the limit of inconsistency by committing to seasons. Give yourself quarters, not afternoons. Think in cycles of 12 weeks. Execute a cycle, then test, adjust, repeat. Break career limits by shipping. The limit in your industry is rarely talent. It is courage to publish. People hide behind planning because planning lets you feel in motion without risking your ego. Publish the draft. Launch the product. Make the call. Ask for the sale. Gather data. Iterate. Tighten your feedback loop so you learn in days what others learn in months. That speed compounds. You become the one who learns faster because you expose your work to reality. Break financial limits by killing leaks and increasing velocity. Most of your money problems are not mysteries. They are loose valves you refuse to tighten. Identify recurring waste. Cancel. Build an emergency buffer. Automate transfers on payday so savings and investing happen without willpower. Increase income by upping output on the one activity that creates revenue. Not the admin, not the aesthetics, the revenue activity. Do more of it and higher quality. Track the ratio. Improve the ratio. If you own a business, raise prices when your demand and quality justify it. Stop apologizing for value. Provide more and charge appropriately. Break relational limits by telling the truth early. Boundaries are not walls. They are rules of engagement that keep respect alive. If you tolerate behavior that kills your focus, you teach people that your standards are flexible. They will push, not because they are evil, because humans test for edges. Set the edge, enforce it calmly. Offer your best self within those lines. You will attract people who operate at that level. Your circle will become harder, clearer, and more loyal. Fear is the last contractor working on your walls. Its job is to pour concrete around your habits until the exit disappears. You have to fire it. Not by pretending you don't feel it, by acting while you feel it. Make a list of the actions fear controls. Label them. Then take one small bite daily. 5 uncomfortable calls this week. 1 bold ask per day. 1 public post you would usually keep private. The goal is not to erase fear. The goal is to build a track record of action while fear babbles in the corner. Over time, its voice will fade to a hum you barely notice while you work. Install consequences that matter. Without cost, your limits will recruit you back every time. If you miss a training session, pay a friend. If you break a nutrition rule, add conditioning after your next workout. If you skip a work block, delete the entertainment slot that night. This is not self-hatred. This is signaling. You are teaching yourself that your word is expensive to break. When it hurts to miss, you miss less. When you miss less, the ceiling rises. It expects sabotage from inside. The old you will try one last negotiation. You've been good. You earned a break. Earned rest is part of the plan. Earned slack is not. Rest rebuilds the muscle. Slack rots the standard. Distinguish them. Schedule rest like training. Keep it clean. Sleep, walk, stretch, read. Do not reward effort with the very behaviors that bait your walls. Reward effort with better capacity to push them down again tomorrow. Build anchors. A sentence that snaps you back into form when you feel the old limit pulling. Short and sharp. Win the next rep. Finish the block. Form first. Stay in the pocket. Breathe and drive. Memorize yours. Say it out loud when your brain tries to leave. That one sentence has saved more days than any motivational speech. When you break a limit, you don't throw a parade. You set a new line. You log the win. You raise the standard by a notch and move. You are not chasing a moment. You are constructing a life. The distance between who you were and who you are becoming is measured in quiet completions. The people looking for secrets will keep spinning the same stories. You will keep building, brick by brick, rep by rep, day by day, until one morning you wake and realize you are living in a structure that used to be a fantasy. You did that. No lottery, no savior. Work, standards, and time. So take the sledgehammer to the first wall in front of you. The alarm rings, and you rise on the first tone. The shoes go on without debate. The training starts before the mind has a chance to bargain. The first hard task opens your day and sets the rhythm. The phone stays outside the room while you create. Your language stays clean while you speak. Your posture stays tall while you face friction. You eat for function. You sleep for performance. You repeat for outcome. The wall shakes. You built these limits. You can break them. Not with dramatic shouts, with consistent strikes. Put your hands on the work. Feel the shock in your forearms as the hammer connects. Smile at the resistance. That's confirmation. Every strike weakens the structure. The crack starts small, then spreads, then the section drops. Dust rises, air flows. You step through the hole you made, and there's another wall beyond it. Good. You are not here for a single room. You are here to open a city. No more worship at the altar of how you've always been. You will replace tradition with transformation. You will replace comfort with capacity. You will replace someday with today. You will replace vague intentions with measurable completions. You will replace soft excuses with hard evidence. You will replace the cage you built with a field you cultivate. Breathe. Plant your feet. Lift your eyes. Break the limits you built. Then build something worthy in the space they used to occupy. Keep your form. Keep your word. Keep your pace. The demolition is the beginning, not the end. When the rubble clears, your future walks in and asks one question. What will you construct here? Answer with work. Answer with standards. Answer with a life that doesn't need explanations, because the results will be loud enough.